What's this in the box? I don't know. I'm going to cut the big knife and go cut. And then, yes, I'll see you soon. So, actually taking the white box out of the case, let's have a quick peek inside here. You get a cleaning cloth for the actual case, and it's really nice material, and it actually works. You get a book. Antec want you to, everyone in the world to actually build their case, so it's in all different languages. And you get a 3-year warranty with it as well. And you get all the screws in there as well, in the bag, which is all nice. You get 5 cable straps, or cable ties, get 5 of them, that's cool. Velcro would have been nice to add into the box as well, but Velcro's only cheap. And a good addition as well, this is probably why I didn't opt for the Velcro, is that you get 5 set of connectors, which are really nicely sleeved, they're very good quality, and they're long enough for this case, because it is quite a big case. So that's what's in that white box. Now let's get on with the... No, we're not going to build. We're going to just get on and have a look at this case. So on the top of the case, we've got a nice little finisher on the top here. What looks like or seems like a 5.25 inch drive for a CD, DVD or Blu-ray drive. It does not exist, but it looks good as aesthetic wise. On the top, you also find 4 USB 3s, which are up to 5 gigabits per second data transfer speed, and very useful for mobile phones, tablets or any third party products that need charging. Whether it's a battery pack, you can charge it straight off the top of here, or you can connect using your phone and get data across, or photos, videos, straight from the top of here into your desktop computer, which is obviously this powerful beast. You got 2 dual 3.5mm jacks here, which is headphone jack on the left hand side, microphone jack on the right hand side, and a power and reset button in the middle. So on the front of the case is very smooth and very plain, very clean. It's got an Antec logo on the front, which is nice and shiny. It stands up very well. Towards on the left hand side, on the right hand side, you've got door catches, on one on the top left hand side, one on the top right hand side, and basically on the front there on the corner of the actual case, you can lift these up and take these front panels off. So it's as simple as just pressing down that button there. It releases the bigger door on the back side to reveal how you can deal with the motherboard and everything like that, which we'll come to in a sec. And then it also opens this door as well, and this door is where you would see the mechanical drives that could be put in there. A total of 6 can go into here, no problem. I think, no, actually, is it? Yeah, well, yeah, sorry. Yeah, 6 drives can go in here, no problem. And to be able to touch the drives, well, from that side, you have to go around to this side. But we're going to take this side off quickly, and it's as easy as that to take that that side off. We're going to close this back, and we're going to spin this around. Oh, it's proper heavy, this thing. And then you press the button here, bang, that door opens, and this door opens. We're going to take that door off as well, and put that down there. And as you can see, you can just pull your thumb back like this and put some pressure on it, not too much, and then pull back, and then this will release the drives, because you can only put the drives in really in one way. So I've got one mechanical drive which I can show you quickly, and you take it out and you plug it in, and you make sure that obviously where you connect the SATA connector and the power connector to the back of the drive is where it needs to be facing. So that's where that needs to be facing, so that bit here, and you just slide it in. It's just as simple as that. Slide it in, and it's basically like hot swappable, so you can put a total of 6 drives in here, no problem, and it's the same all out just for that side. Now there's a different chamber just for the solid state drive, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this door off now. As you can see, it swings right open to about 90 degrees, but we're going to take that door off. Really easy, really solid, really nice bit of aluminium that is. I'm going to turn it around. And then we're going to talk about what's inside the case. So you've got the standoffs ready for the motherboards. This fits extended ATX, normal ATX size, micro ATX and mini ATX motherboards in this case, no problem. With the grommet holes being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that means you can route the cables through to make really nice cable management and make it nice and tidy. You've got obviously 4 screws there to put in the really small motherboards, and then I like they've got all the standoffs already, and they've got, I think there's more in the bag in case you've got an extended ATX motherboard, but that's not it. The whole point about this whole build is the ease and access of using water cooling. You can have custom or AIO, but you've got the different range. So on the side here, on the right hand side, you've got 360 setup, which you can have a 360 rad or a 240 rad on the side here. So that's where the radiator will be, but this will be flush to the side here. So I've got things in the way at the moment, so you can't really see, but you can see that a radiator would be perfect on here. If I turn the radiator the right way around, a bit dusty this radiator, I need to clean it, but you've got the pipes there and you can feed them through and all this sort of stuff, and it's really quite cool. And let me get rid of that. But on the top, it has got 140 on the top, and that means you could have a 280 or a 240 all-in-one water cooling loop, or even a custom water cooling loop, and then a 120 on the back, which is just a single radiator on the back, and there'll be plenty of room to have water cooling straight off of one radiator. And maybe if you want to water cool your graphics card, if you're using a custom loop, CPU, water cooling, and a 360 for the actual graphics card, or maybe just have it in a double loop with just one radiator. It's up to you how you would want to do it, but what I like about this is that you've got thumb screws, which is really quality. Like no really need for tools, but you can need tools if you really want to. But you can remove this retention plate like that, and then that will give you easy access to mount your radiator and the water cooling straight on there, no problem. So also on the case here, you've got a filter, and you've got a catch for that, and I can just pull that down like so. So I put it down like that, and then I can just pull out the filter, and you can easily clean this and wash this, no problem whatsoever. So it's a massive filter for the radiator itself. Slide it back in, close it back, that's no problem. Here is where you'll find your solid state drives, and you can fit in a maximum of 5, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you just literally slide it in. It's a very hot swappable bay. Make sure that your ends like this for the SATA connector and power connector are all in the back there, and you close it up, and your solid state drives are safe in there. And then you can screw the retention bracket on there for the fans and stuff for the radiator back onto that side there with the thumb screws, that's no problem. And we've got loads of expansion blades, so that means that you can put an extended motherboard in there, and then you will be able to get SLI or crossfire in here, no problem. They're all easy thumb screws to undo, so it's toolless. And then you've got a big cut out of the back here. We're going to move this back door, which has got the same catch like it does around the front, and as simple as that. And I'm just going to release the door, and that's what I like about it. You don't need to worry about any thumb screws or anything like that. So you can put a CPU cooler retention bracket on there, all-in-one water cooling or custom water cooling. Even on the back here, it's got 2 grommet holes for the water cooling tubing if you're going to do external water cooling outside the case, which is quite cool. You don't really see it that often anymore unless you're a proper modder and you're doing some crazy stuff. Let's turn it around the other way. There's a way that you pick this case up, and you don't pick it up from the plastic bottom down there. That's just a note, because if you do that, it kind of flaps and bends. But this bit is where you pull it up from, pick it up from, I should say. So now I'm going to turn the case around to this side, and as you can see, we've got a fan controller on the back here that fits 8 fans that are 3-pin on the back. I don't really like Molex. They should have come with SATA or something like that, or a different connector. It will be thinner, cleaner cable management, but it's on there, controls the fans. It's not on your motherboard, especially if you only got a 4-pin motherboard. But why would you have a really small motherboard if you're using a big case like this? Anyway, it's got 3-pin fan connectors ready to connect on there. The cables are nicely black and well, they look black anyway, sleeve black, so it's nice, and it keeps the whole build nice and tidy. You've got the grommet holes, all the cable management cutouts here where you can actually feed the cables through and keep it really tidy and very organised. It's really cool. And then you've got plenty of room for cable management at the bottom. You got where your SATA your solid state drives, SSDs right at the bottom here. Nice little cute little tray. You can fit 5 SSDs. You can put a massive power supply in here. It doesn't even need to be modular, but obviously you're going to spend this sort of money, you're going to want a modular power supply. And it's got some foam padding that will hold the power supply up, so it will be less ridden with dust. And then you've got a level of the case lifted up from the ground, so if it's on carpet it's not going to get really dusty and everything like that. It's going to be really cool. We've got cable management there as well if you really need it, and it's got like where the filter hole is, and it's about a big thumb width of cable management that you can put behind the case, which is really cool. And then looking towards this side of the case here, where I took the door off, is where you have your mechanical drives, and you could got options there to make the cable, routing it down the side here, and then keeping it all very nice and cable managed. And then you can feed it through here, and it's the whole build will just look absolutely sick and very clean. So let's see what else this case can do. So I'm going to take this top off, and I've just noticed there's some thumb screws here, so I'm guessing that this is one of the easiest sort of or the newest way of water cooling your actual computer now. This looks like this will come out and it will be just like the 360 fan holder. That'd be great. Oh my god, it really is. Right, so you can literally take the retention bracket out, work outside the computer, and work outside the case, and bring that all back into the system, no problem whatsoever. It's good that Antec include 140mm fans, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, it has got a filter at the top, so I don't know what you would want to do there. I don't know. It's got a filter everywhere else. At the bottom of the power supply, it's got a filter there. It's got a filter on the side here for the intake fans, but it hasn't got a filter at the top, which I don't understand. It's still quite a cool case though. My only gripe is when I'm actually fitting the radiator and everything back onto the case, onto here, when I go to put it back in here, I can see that I would get loads of scratches back onto the shroud that's covering up. But what I do like about this case is that it would cover up the power supply and all the cable management, but even if it wasn't covered up, the cable management is well hidden. It'll be over this side, and you can route the cables around the back of the plate, so you wouldn't really notice it. Let's jump straight into what I think about the case. I like the case because I think it's sexy looking. It's very, very modern, very clean looking. I love big cases because you've got plenty of room. There's tons of room, and there's tons of things you can do with water cooling and running your pumps and tubing in this case. I love the fact it's got different chambers. You've got chambers for the solid state and the mechanical drives, and then you've got a chamber for the power supply where you can route all the cables from the front, even if you've got water cooling, and route it through the sides, as well as the mechanical hard drives, route it down the side and straight down for a little gap, and it will just be perfect cable management. I like the fact that the cable management would be really great on this case. I like the fact that it's got 4 USB 3s on the front and everything's easy access. You've got a straight one power button which you can just hold down. You don't really need a reset button. You've got a power and reset button all in one. 2 dual 3.5mm jacks, so one for microphone jack, one for the headphone jack, which is really cool. You've got all the expansion slots that you need to do crossfire, SLI, gaming, and if you want to do video editing you can do that. So this is a fully custom case for that. I like the fact that you got doors that you can just lift off and then start working in. You don't have to worry about thumb screws. Everything's solid. I like the fact that it's aluminium and it's really solid and weighty. I like the fact that it's got a nice little stand and it stands away from the carpet and everything like that. I think that's really cool. I like the little furniture that they brought onto the Antec case. I like the fact that you got little door buttons that you can press and it just pops open and it's really nice and tidy. The build of it is really solid. It's basically toolless. I love the fact about all of that sort of stuff. Now the things I don't like about it. There's no dust filter on the top at all. But I don't understand why there's not a dust filter on the top, but there's a dust filter on where the power supply is, and there's a dust filter, massive dust filter on the front there. I think there's maybe even be 2 dust filters in this case. But that's what I'm saying. There's no dust filter on the top here. For this price point of how much this case is, it should have a dust filter on the top. There was no Velcro in the box, but there was cable ties, and the cable ties were like, I don't know, I just don't like them thin cable ties. You got 5 of them, and then when you go to actually strap the cables up, and you may have messed up and you have to reroute the cables and everything like that, then it's a bit of a problem, and you're down to 4 cable ties and stuff like that. And Velcro would have been nice just to hold cables together while you actually do some nice cable management and stuff like that. I don't know why this 5.25 inch, well, it could be just aesthetics. It looks good, but I don't know why it's there. Because some people will actually might think that you could put a drive in there, which you can't. Underneath here, this is plastic. This case weighs a ton. So if I go to put it up like that, it could potentially break the case. So it asks you to hold it like that. But if you've got loads of weight and water cooling in here, when you go to put the case down, it could potentially break it if you drop it down too hard, which you shouldn't really be picking it up if you're going to drop it. And my biggest problem with this case is that it's such a beautiful, massive case. A lot of thought's gone into it, but a lot of thought that hasn't gone into it that could have improved it so much more than what it really is that the fact that it doesn't have a big window in the front. And if it had a big window over the front when it's made of glass, it would look absolutely sick. It would shine. Like, you can have all the LEDs and all the water cooling, all the plumbing and everything like that, and it would look super sick. But this case is definitely crazy. You can even do external water cooling outside the case if you're into that sort of thing, and you can definitely mod this case. This case is really beautiful. I really do like it. It's really solid, really heavy. I think that's the end of the review. I can't really say much about it. It's a bit of a 7 out of 10, what I just said. Definitely worth it. But if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, dislike it. Say hello in the comments down below in the section. Ask a few questions. I don't mind asking if you ask a few questions about anything to do with technology, because I've probably done it and reviewed it. And I like helping everyone out there in the community, so yeah, give us a thumbs up just for saying that, that's pretty cool. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next one. And also, just before you go, there's a Toshiba competition going on. We've teamed up with Toshiba to give away a couple of USB, USB sticks, and it's on Facebook. So if you are on Facebook, go and follow me on Facebook, or like the page or whatever, like their page. Go and follow the rules on Toshiba, it's somewhere on there. Go and check it out, and I'll see you in the next one, and good luck.
Can't go back now.